The role of the adventurers has evolved throughout the editions of the Dungeons and Dragons game. Initially, they were dungeon delvers, mercenaries, and treasure hunters, but the newer editions portray and depict the player characters as the heroes of epic tales. And yet, many groups are little more than lawless murder hobos, terrorizing the realm with their insane power levels and destructive capabilities. So I ask you, what would be the opinion of most folks about these adventurers? Common opinion seems reasonable for common folk to be wary of adventurers. I mean, outside of the obvious fact that they're strangers from strange places with strange affectations completely foreign to the typical commoner, they never take off their armor. They're always bristling with weapons. They've got access to powerful magics most folk have never seen and use them without much concern or consideration. They are constantly involved in dangerous, harebrained pursuits. And most worryingly, violence is their answer to most problems. Normal people would want very little association with the typical player character adventurer. Yeah. In modern terms, think about this. The adventurer is one part special forces soldier, one part professional wrestler, and one part outlaw biker. Put 3 or 5 of them together, and you've got a rock star circus tour that everybody wants to see, but nobody wants stopping in their town. These are intense, unpredictable, violent individuals, unbound by the ties of community, unrestrained by law or social order, and motivated by a dangerous mix of greed, notoriety, and whim. In the feudal society, the kind that exists in the realms of adventure, everyone is born into a purpose. The entire social structure is a complex chain of relationships and responsibilities. There's a reason why common names include things like Miller, Smith, Baker. If you were born on a piece of land, you're likely to die on that piece of land, whether you're a peasant farmer or a highborn lady. All of creation exists in some sort of grand cosmic order, with the deities at the top, peasants at the bottom, and everybody else in the middle, in between. I mean, even powerful dukes and kings are defined more by their relationships, commitments, and responsibilities than their own ambitions. The king may want to focus on war and glory, but still needs to make sure the dukes are in order and the church is properly respected. I mean, those things come first. Adventurers, scavengers, heroes, I'm making air quotes there, at the most basic level are people who defy the order. They're outsiders by nature at the least, and possibly outlaws at the worst. They're the ones who make their own purposes, who buck expectations, and seek their own destinies. They might be knight errants sworn to no lord, or starving serfs who wander off their lands to scrape out a living elsewhere. I mean, priests expelled from their orders, or, all the landless children of nobles who will never inherit anything. These are not people who the populace holds in high regard. These are individuals of questionable reputation, behavior, and temperament. Common folk live a life based on the idea that the entire world is built on a structure and that the natural order will be enforced. And without that structure, without the safety of civilized society, it is assumed that these adventurers will meet a bad end, likely to die alone and unmourned.